Go to the next question. We had one come in here this evening, another one come in online. Chris Prado, you're going to take this one first. Regarding attracting new businesses to Kalamazoo to expand the tax base and raising revenue for the city of Kalamazoo to ensure the stability of finances and ensure the city's bond rating.
So this is actually one of the top 5 issues that I'm talking about for my platform is small business incubation in the community. And I'm not talking about big corporate tax breaks coming here to Kalamazoo. I'm talking about mom and pop shops in our neighborhoods, directly hiring, working with the residents of each neighborhood. I think that's a great way to diversify our local economy. It's a great way to reduce the income gaps for people in our neighborhoods. It's a great way to create wealth in places where we're at high poverty. I just really think that's a way where we as a community can invest and diversify in different forms of business to make our community a unique and special place. The second part was about creating revenue. And the answer to that is largely what you see here. A lot of people who are here in this audience is making sure that we attract and retain young people and young families. They're the future. Investing in our future and having kids and living here in the community in the future is what's going to keep the city growing and keep the city thriving.
Benjamin Stanley. Same question on bringing in new business, raising revenue, growing the city's tax base.
Can you say it one more time?
How would you work to bring in new businesses to the city to expand Kalamazoo's tax base and raise the revenue?
I think that's really important. First thing that goes through my head is Gibson when they left. I feel like they were here for a long time and they provided a lot of good things to the community. And I don't know if we want to go back to this. I don't think they were a huge company. I wasn't here then. But focusing on kind of like what Chris was saying, smaller shops, locally, keeping those businesses here, making sure they don't go away. I think that's important. We already have a lot of nonprofits, so I think making sure that we encourage companies that are going to be involved in the community that are going to pay taxes, I think is important for us to look at. We have over 400 nonprofits, I believe, in Kalamazoo. So those are some of the things that I would look at. Thank you.
Next, Gene Hess on attracting new businesses to Kalamazoo, expanding the city's tax base, and generating new revenue.
All in a minute. Hey, so this is something that I thought deeply about as well. I agree with Chris. What I would love to do is, we have small business. I would love to continue to have the city work with their entrepreneurial spirit, to work with folks who want to start a business and to support people in starting business. I had a small business a few years ago. I went right here to the Small Business Development Center here right here in Western Michigan. I believe that we have also anchor institutions in this city that need qualified workers, and I would love to make sure that we retain the brains that are at Western Michigan, at Kalamazoo College, at Kalamazoo Valley Community College. In order to do that, we need to have a great city. We need to have good jobs, and we need to have the ability to retain them as employees. Thank you.
Jacob Andrews.
So the first part of the question, the focus needs to be on how do we inspire and maintain and grow small businesses here in the city, like a couple people have said. I'm certainly not anti-development, but I am anti-development that does nothing but build a high-rise or bring in another large business into Kalamazoo that does not benefit the residents of this city. So any new development, any new businesses that come in that want a tax break from the city, I think we should be installing community benefit agreements to make sure that they are hiring people from the city of Kalamazoo and it's benefiting our residents. To the generating revenue part, I agree with what everyone is saying, that we need to keep our talented young people in this city. To do that, these young people deserve a seat at the table. They deserve to be represented in their city government. And so that's why I am running. As a recent graduate of only 2 to 3 years ago, I genuinely want to stay in the city, but finding a job and affordable homes is tough here in the city, and I believe young people need a voice. Thank you.
Pete Kushner. What would new businesses to Kalamazoo and expand the tax base.
That is a lot for 1 minute. Number one, I would look at zoning. Kalamazoo is a regional hub. Kalamazoo is the hub of the wheel, not just for our residents, but for the outlying areas as well as the county. So how Kalamazoo goes is how the rest of our county is gonna go. So number one, if we look at the city, we've got to look at zoning. Our city is running out of developable space. And it's not that big of a secret that over half of our land base is non-taxable. So we're gonna have to get more dense, and we're gonna have to get more vertical. We're gonna have to find places in our neighborhoods that will support that development, but still be appropriate for those neighborhoods. The other main point that I wanted to make was that to attract and retain people, we have to support quality education. Not just K through 12, but through our VOTEC programs as well. Western, K College, great universities. Not everyone's made for college. I talk to people all the time. We need plumbers, we need builders, we need vocational tech people.
Thank you. Patrese Griffin.
So basically what we need to do is make this community attractive enough for people to want to stay here and support folks who are entrepreneurs or who have small businesses. It's important that we look at these things with an equitable view and a lens, and so that everyone in this community has those same opportunities, because so many things are interwoven and interconnected that it's hard to say you can fix one thing without fixing or addressing 12 others. So when looking at how to build our tax revenue, if we look at some of the initiatives that are already going on and increasing those, and again, making sure we're looking at everything with an equitable lens so that everyone has opportunities.
Emily Demorest.
I find this question really interesting because I think a couple of years ago when we created the Foundation for Excellence, which was supposed to be this, large economic engine for the city and do all these great business things for the city, we actually cut taxes. And we cut taxes the most for people who were high-income earners and high-income homeowners in our city neighborhoods that are usually pretty okay economically anyway. And the 10 largest recipients of those tax breaks were large corporations in Kalamazoo and large homeowners. So I think if we're going to be honest about raising revenues, we need to make sure that we are actually asking people who benefit the most from our current economic system to pay their fair share of taxes. I'd like to start there.